Hi everyone, welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Mike.
I'm Rainbow.
And I'm already feeling annoyed, Rainbow.
Uh-oh. What
man.
happened?
Well, we got 3 days of dialogues coming up. Jeez.
Why is it annoying
Well,
though?
actually, that's not annoying. That's fine, and it could be very fun and entertaining. I'm annoyed because these 3 dialogues are about kind of annoying daily or weekly things we have to do. Little errands, little jobs around the house.
Especially when we talk about things breaking.
Oh, that's the worst.
I can't fix anything. Do you fix things by
know.
yourself at home?
I might try a little bit, but maybe I'm like you just call someone to come and do it.
Yeah.
I do that a lot. Sometimes it's smart, right? I mean, if it's something complicated or something that could be dangerous, like something electrical, you need to call someone. But other times I might call someone and then I think, I should have watched a YouTube video. I might be able to learn how to do this myself.
I recently called somebody to change the cover for my toilet because it was stuck and I couldn't get the screw out, and after several hours, someone came. Yes, literally somebody came. We tried for hours, all the roommates, and there was rust on it. So we had to call somebody, but it's really convenient in Taiwan.
It is very convenient, and it's probably much cheaper here too.
Yeah, it is.
Than in many other countries. But you're right, sometimes it's not something that you don't know how to do, it's something that you don't have the right tools for. You guys could have done it. You just needed the man with the big toolbox, maybe like the plumber in today's dialogue. So let's check out a slice of life. We're going to be fixing the kitchen sink in part A, starting now. Cassie called a plumber to her house.
I came as quickly as I could. Now, what's the problem?
The kitchen sink is full of water. I tried clearing it, but nothing worked.
How did you try clearing it?
I used hot water, and then I used vinegar and baking soda.
All right, so a slice of your daily life. That's what we're looking at in ABC Talk for this month. And part A is fixing the kitchen sink. Ooh, someone's got a problem with the kitchen sink. Probably the water won't go down. It's full of yucky water. But of course, you need a working kitchen sink, right? You can't wash or clean anything. So what's happening in the dialogue as we start?
Okay, so we have our main character. Her name is Cassie. The first sentence of the article says, Cassie called a plumber to her house. So I think she needs some help. But first, we're going to talk about the vocabulary word sink. So as Mike mentioned, a sink is the place in your kitchen where you're washing your dishes or you're cutting your vegetables, and this is where you have all the water that's dirty that's going in there, and there might be some food trash. So you really need a working sink if you're going to be in a kitchen. And of course, sinks can also be in the bathroom. So this is a place where you wash your hands and you wash your face in the morning.
Absolutely. It's not a bathtub, it's not a shower, it's smaller than that, it's a sink. But some kitchen sinks can be big.
Very.
Right? And I have a bathroom sink in a little bathroom that's so small, I can hardly even use it. But they're all sinks, absolutely. And when you have a problem with your sink, or your shower, or your bathtub,
toilet,
or your toilet, or anything that carries water into your house or involves water in your house, you would probably want to call a plumber to fix it or to help you put it in there. Now notice we have this word plumber. There's a B in the middle, but you don't say the B. It's not plumber, it's plumber. Why is it that? Well, I think because if you look at the chart of chemicals, right, PB is lead. And pipes used to be made of lead. And also in French, lead is plomb, P-L-O-M-B. So there you go. It all goes back to lead, which is what the metal they used to make pipes out of. Of course, today pipes are made of steel and things like that. We know that lead pipes can be actually quite dangerous. But anyways, we still call this tradesperson, this skilled person who knows all about water systems and fixing them and putting them in, making them work. We call those experts plumbers. And the plumber is the first person to speak in the dialogue. Sounds like Cassie called the plumber a little while ago, because as the plumber reaches her home, the plumber says, "I came as quickly as I could." Almost like Superman.
Superman
You can imagine him
flying.
flying in with a cape and a wrench and a box of tools. Anyway, so he came as quickly as he could because, of course, this is an inconvenient problem for Cassie, and the plumber wants to help her. So he says, "Now, what's the problem?" In other words, explain to me or tell me what's wrong.
Oh, the kitchen sink is full of water. So I think we're right. We guessed properly. Everything was overflowing. Maybe she was trying to wash the dishes and the water didn't go down, and it's very disgusting. It's oily. Ugh. I tried clearing it, but nothing worked.
Ugh.
So I wonder if she took out one of those plungers and tried to
Maybe
fix
a
it that
chopstick
way.
to try
Yeah.
to push those little bits of food down, or
Ew.
maybe even her fingers
Ew.
to reach in.
Yuck.
Ugh, put on some gloves before you do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're going to clear something, you're just trying to kind of make it work.
Yeah,
again,
make
right?
it clean.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what clear, of course, means. This verb means to basically make something work, to make it clean in some kind of way. You're fixing it, you're tidying it. In this case, imagine a pipe that might carry the water down. It's full of stuff like
stuck.
old food and stuff. And so to clear it, you wouldn't have to actually clean it like with soap. You're just trying to make sure that it's not stopped anymore, that it's not blocked anymore. So you want to push things down. If they have a big crowd of people in a store or in a business, you might want to clear the crowd a little bit, sort of move them to the side so that people can still walk through, so it's not kind of stopping things and blocking things. So clearing the pipe would be the first thing that you would think of if you had this problem. But the plumber was asking a little bit for a few more details about exactly what Cassie did. He says, "How did you try clearing it? You know, just with your fingers, with a chopstick, with a plunger? What exactly did you do?"
Oh, I think Cassie has a good idea because I also use these things in my home.
Okay.
She says, "I used hot water." So probably just taking it and running it through to get the food down. And then I used vinegar and baking soda. Now, these two are some of my favorite cleaning things in my house. I actually don't use chemicals to clean, so I also use vinegar and baking soda. Vinegar is a clear liquid that's like no color that you use for cooking, and you can also use for cleaning. It's a bit sour, it adds some flavor to your food. Sometimes it's used in some like steaming fish or something like that, and it makes things taste, you know, kind of good. But when you're cleaning and if you mix it with baking soda, it makes this little like powdery, it fizzes, and it kind of like dissolves things, which means it kind of makes the disgusting thing disappear. It's just what people use for cleaning, and this is what Cassie tried. So before we find out what the plumber says, let's go ahead and take a break right now.
Okay, that means something is stuck in the pipe.
Do you think that you can get it out?
Sure. I just need to get under the sink and take apart the pipe.
Great. I'll let you get to work then.
All right, so we are back with Cassie and her kind of yucky problem. She's got a blocked kitchen sink. The food and the water and everything won't go down. It's a big mess. She tried to clear it, right?
It didn't work.
It didn't work, no. She tried to use hot water, which is a good idea.
Yeah.
Because sometimes if you use cold water, any oil and grease in there will just get stuck.
Ew.
But the hot water will warm it up and it might sort of flow and clear a little bit faster. But that didn't work. Even the old vinegar and baking soda, that didn't work either. But this is good information for the plumber. It's good Cassie is telling him. Now he knows what she tried, so that helps him get to the answer a little faster. He listens to her, And back in the dialogue, he says, okay, that means something is stuck in the pipe. So it's probably not just food and grease and stuff. There's actually something in there. Maybe like an old sponge or a cloth or, some paper towel or something. But there is actually in that pipe, and that means the pipe is stuck. When something is stuck, it's basically not clear. It's not flowing well. There's something blocking it, something stopping it, something that physically can't come out of that thing. Sometimes you might see on the news that a cute little puppy might crawl into a pipe and get stuck. It can't go forward, it can't go backwards, and so they have to call the police department or the fire department, and they'll come out and they'll get that puppy out. Or whenever there's a traffic jam, you might be sitting in your car and you're like, we haven't moved in 5 minutes. We've just been sitting here. What's going on? This road is stuck. We are stuck in our car. We're unable to move or get out.
And right now what is stuck is our pipe.
Yeah.
So the pipe is, what the plumber works with. It's that long metal or steel, right?
Yeah, I think they're steel, yeah.
Yeah, and it sends the water down and everything down to the drain, and this is just the thing that connects, the sink to the sewage or whatever is down there, and if it's stuck, then you are not going to be able to put water in it, and we don't know what it is, so we have to find out. So Cassie says, do you think that you can get it out? She doesn't know what it is, but she needs to know that it can get unstuck.
Yeah, for sure. And there probably is something in there they have to actually get out of the pipe to make sure the whole thing works. But the plumber seems very confident, so that's good for Cassie. I feel good about that too. He says, sure, yeah, no problem. I can get it out. It might be a little bit of trouble and might take some time, but we will get this sink working. And then he explains why it might take some time and what he needs to do. I just need to get under the sink and take apart the pipe. Now, most of you've probably seen under your kitchen sink, there's a pipe that comes out. That's where all the water goes, right? And it kind of bends like that sometimes too, right?
It does.
And in that part where it bends, I think it's actually called an elbow bend.
Oh, cool.
Things can get stuck. So he'll probably turn off the water, take that out. Some of the dirty water will come out.
Black.
It might make a bit of a mess, but it sounds like he'll get it fixed maybe in half an hour or so.
Okay, that's really good. And so Cassie's pretty happy about that too. She says, great, I'll let you get to work then. So that just means, I'm not gonna stop you, you do your thing.
I'll just be over here.
Yeah, please fix that. And I'm not gonna come and join you.
Yeah, she'll maybe make him a cup of coffee or just go sit in the living room or something.
Okay, so here we know that the plumber is going to take this pipe apart. So when you take it apart, you have to take a screwdriver and you need to do some work, and then you probably need to unscrew it and to remove the two parts from each other, basically. So then you would take something apart. And that's it for today. I hope that, Cassie fixes her problem, and I don't think we find out about that, but I trust the plumber because, they have a lot of training, and I think he'll do a good job.
I do too. I'm just a little bit curious about what was
it?
What was
Maybe
in
it was
the
a wedding
pipe.
ring.
Well, that wouldn't stop the water from going down.
Something...
But maybe they'll find her wedding ring along with all of the other stuff they might find. Who knows what they'll find? Well, we won't know because that's the end of the dialogue, but we'll have much more for you tomorrow. So come back and join us for that. Bye-bye. Cassie called a plumber to her house.
I came as quickly as I could. Now, what's the problem?
The kitchen sink is full of water. I tried clearing it, but nothing worked.
How did you try clearing it?
I used hot water, and then I used vinegar and baking soda.
Okay, that means something is stuck in the pipe.
Do you think that you can get it out?
Sure. I just need to get under the sink and take apart the pipe.
Great. I'll let you get to work then.
嗨，大家好，我是 Stephanie。那我们今天一起从单字来看。第一个单字呢是 sink， 名词，水槽、洗脸盆。Laura spat her mouthwash into the sink. Laura 将漱口水吐到水槽里。那第二个单字呢是动词 clear， 清除、收拾。After dinner, my dad cleared the dishes off the table. 晚餐后，爸爸把桌上的碗盘收拾干净。第三个单字呢是名词 vinegar， 醋。I poured some vinegar on my salad. 我在我的沙拉里加点醋。最后一个单字呢是名词 pipe， 水管。After the snowstorm, all the water pipes froze. 暴风雪过后，所有的水管都结冰了。好，那我们一起来看今天的文法重点。第一个呢是一个句子 I came as quickly as I could. 我尽快赶过来了。Quickly 呢，它的词性是副词，表示快速的。这个文法的构造是动词 as 副词 as somebody can， 表示某人尽可能做某件事。比如说 Pete drove to the airport as quickly as he could. Pete 以最快的速度开车去机场。那我们第二个看的重点呢是 somebody thinks that 加主词再加动词，某人认为。Mona thinks that she needs a haircut. Mona 认为她需要去剪个头发。那句子里面的 that 是可以省略的哦。那后面接的就是一个完整的句子。最后一个重点呢是 take apart something， 拆开某个物品。这个片语是可分动词片语 ，apart 是副词，分开的。像是 Charlie took apart a laptop to fix it. Charlie 把笔电拆开来修理。那我们刚刚有提到它是可分动词片语，所以我们也可以说 Charlie took the laptop apart to fix it. 好，那我们今天就讲解到这里 ，See you.
The Lushui Trail is part of the Old Cross-Hehuan Mountain Road during the Japanese-ruled period. Along the way, visitors can see the view of the forest and Liwu River Gorge. This beautiful trail is about 2 meters wide and 2 kilometers long. The walk takes about 1 hour. The Lushui Trail is easy to hike and suitable for all ages.
See you next time!